I'm Greg Wittstock, the pond guy, and this is my dream, Aqualand. I love getting into the pond and actually looking at my water lilies, smelling them. They smell fantastic, especially the tropical water lilies. And people are afraid to get in the water, but you're gonna have to get in there anyway to pull leaves out. But look at this. How incredible is that? This is the Amazonian Victoria water lily from Holt's nursery down in Apopka, Florida. He helped me with putting in all of these beautiful tropical plants. Let's check out some of the tropical water lilies and also the beautiful hardies. Now these pads will get up to almost 6 feet wide in the wild. I probably have, my biggest pads here are probably 4 feet, but still just incredible in Chicago. And we treat all of our tropicals just like an annual plant. So once a year in June when the water hits 70 degrees, we put in the tropical lilies, and not just Victorias, but look at all of, this is Wood's Blue Goddess here. Look at all of the blooms that are coming up. We'll show you what it's completely blooming. So once a year I replace the lilies. You can see the difference in the tropical pad size versus the hardy pad size. Quite a difference, a tropical versus a hardy, but the hardies are perennials, the tropicals are annuals. It's just absolutely spectacular to go walk through the water lilies, I call this. Just incredible. Awesome red stem thalia. We actually could put that in a greenhouse and overwinter it at my buddy's place, but look at how gorgeous they are with the backlit, with the sun coming through, and then that awesome, gorgeous red stem. And of course, you wanna know how you keep your water so clear? You let the roots filter out all of the impurities. And it's still early in the morning. The night blooming lilies are still out. They usually bloom from about 8 o'clock at night till about 10 o'clock the next morning, but look at the colors that you get with some of the tropicals. And the intersubgenerics, the ISGs, are also getting some incredible colors as well. And it's not just the tropicals that have great colors, even some of the hardies. How beautiful is this red attraction? Just incredible. And then the floating islands. We planted these up for the first time in years. We've got some potato vine on here, some creeping jennies, some cannas, and some irises. It's just, you know, some sweet flag, just add a different dimension, and the roots actually go through and once again help filter and clean that water so that you have just crystal clear water. And then of course the vertical element with the stacked slate urns. This entire front, to me, what we call it, is the Monet water lily side, and I think you can see why. This is my biggest Victoria right over here, and I'm gonna say that it's probably about a 12-foot spread from this pad all the way out to this pad over here. Pretty cool how big these things could get even in Zone 5, Illinois, Chicago in the summer. This is our executive boardroom right there, and look at the sea of beautiful water lilies right outside. This is actually the recreation pond. It's 10.5 feet deep over here, but we added some more water lilies. We've always had the giant pink grapefruits over there, but we added some more tropical lilies over there because we had some from Holt's nursery. And what do you think? I think it looks absolutely incredible. And I love this floating deck and how you can just go from one pad to the other, just like the water lilies, the giant Victorias. Once again, crystal clear water. This is filled with koi fish. And if you want to know how you could successfully keep big koi with lilies, it's very simple. You have rock and gravel substrate so that they have something to root around in. But every time they hear footsteps, these guys come a-running because they want to get fed. But this is my office. There's my dog Willow. Come on, Willow. Come out. There's Penny. They've got not a bad place to hang out with over 100 people to pet them. And they come out and say hello to their friends out here. It is just so fun to be back at Aqualand, living the dream. And this is the view from the 10-foot tall jump rock going back into the rec pond, and you can see the incredible paddlefish down there. We have some giant 3.5-foot long paddlefish that Ed the pond professor put in. That pond is 10.5 feet deep, and you can see one of the koi just grazing on the bottom gravel down there. That is how clear the water is. So we got 3 paddlefish and hundreds of koi. Speaking of paddlefish, there's our paddle board that we go out here, and this is the jump rock, like I said. Would you do it? Would you jump in there off of this rock into this beautiful Aquascape ecosystem rec pond? This pond has hosted so many parties with kids swimming, with my friends, with contractors from all over the world. And it's just so awesome to see year after year after year how it continues to evolve. And the fact that it's 10.5 feet deep, you can see all the way to the bottom. You can actually see the shadows of those beautiful paddlefish on the bottom. It just is a testament to right over there, the Aquascape wetland filtration system. You can see the beautiful blooming canna in there, but it's just 2 upflow wetland filters that filter this entire thing. Of course, all of the rocks and gravel, all of the plants. So this is the signature pond at Aqualand. And you can actually see the mouth open, filter feeding all of the microorganisms that are living in this front pond. It's just a healthy ecosystem pond. And this is what it looks like when you build a pond done right. And the wetland filtration system, rocks and gravel, the 5 parts of a beautiful pond recipe. And you can have wildlife and cool wildlife to boot that just flourish in an Aquascape ecosystem pond. Just amazing. I never want to leave. Can you blame me? And I love how you just go underneath this canopy and the mystery of a waterfalls. Just incredible. And that's a 10-foot high waterfalls that we built with 2 giant frame rocks. That rock over there is 47,000 pounds. That rock is 38,000 pounds, set with 2 giant cat excavators. And the cool thing about this is you can walk behind it, and we'll go check out that view right now. This is what we have dubbed the Aqualand Grotto, and you're about to see why. How fun is this? All right, I'm gonna try to balance on this log walking through the wetland filtration. Look at the deep burgundy plants that are in here. We've got banana trees, we've got alocasias, we've got cannas. It's just an absolute complete jungle in here. And the goal of this filter, remember, this is the actual filter. There is not a single filter better in the world than an Aquascape wetland filter because it works the way nature created it, which is biological, upflow biological filter. You can see the snorkel is off here. That's how once a year we clean this. And look at the quality of the water that you get when you're filtering even a big body of water like this with a wetland filtration. There is not a single better filter in the world. Nobody can beat Mother Nature when it comes to this, and this is the way it works. It's an upflow biological filter that will get you crystal clear water. Umbrella palms growing in here. It's just a complete jungle, and it's so much better to look at than an ugly plastic box. What do you think? Tell me what you think about how good the wetland filtration does for your water quality. Just incredible. And this is the waterfalls that greets everybody driving in Aqualand in the front, and it just recirculates through a giant pump vault over here, hidden below all of the rocks. It's just a very easy system. The same exact principle as a backyard ecosystem pond, just everything is grande size. And here is the inspirational lily trough in the front, filled with incredible tropical water lilies, including probably the most incredible one, the Victoria water lily, the Amazonian Victoria. And this is the Cruzian water lily, and every one of these is marked. Tell me in the comments which one is your favorite. Here's the urn that started it all. This is the natural stacked slate urn that Brian Helfrich built 15 years ago and put in the Aqua Gardens, and everybody started asking him for them. And so he built 2 more and said never again because of how long it took. And so then we actually cast this, and now all of the urn family has come from this original stacked slate urn built by Brian Helfrich, our head and lead designer. And this is the Aqua Gardens at Aqualand. It's our inspirational center that we can come in. We're always changing around the features in here. But look at the first thing you see is the Mongolian basalt rocks, not just the standard Mongolian basalt rocks, but the ones that actually have a fire element. These things at night are just absolutely incredible. Here's one of my favorite features in this entire Aqua Gardens, and it's only a 15-foot long pondless waterfall that drops maybe 12 inches from there to there. Look at how natural. Listen to that sound. Would you not think, if you were walking in the woods and you saw this, that yep, that should be there, and that is the goal, what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to accomplish things that look natural, and the key is not to make it too high for waterfalls. This is just a 1-foot waterfalls, but it still makes a great sound. And look at how many rocks we used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rocks for the entire thing. We got the spillway bowls over here. Oh, and speaking of spillway bowls, let's look at the new massive spillway bowls that just debuted at Pondemonium. All of our new products debuted, and we decided to put a few in at the Aqua Gardens to display them. Believe it or not, these are massive, massive spillway bowls. The exact same bowls that we have in smaller version. Look at the size of these babies. You can't even get it all in one frame. And of course, this is part of the biological filter. We actually have a new filter pad system that we can actually put in there with rocks and gravel. See how the water just flows up through the filter pads, through the gravel, and of course through the plant roots, and helps you get crystal clear water. How cool is this? Another Brian Helfrich unique design, and the newest and latest project from Aquascape. And what's super cool is you come around the back part of the pond, and the first thing you see when you come down this path is the incredible koi window viewing area. So you can hang out there and you can look over and look at what you're looking at. Who would not want to be able to sit here and just for hours on end and watch those beautiful koi fish swimming in the koi window? You could just feel the stress melting away when you see a beautiful butterfly Ogon koi like that. All of the tosai, so these are first year koi tosai. And then look up right up here, we have Fred, our resident fly river turtle, just chilling out on that big rock, looking out and surveying over his scene. And this is of course the contemporary pond at Aqualand. It just shows what we can do with a little bit of creativity and uniqueness. It doesn't have to be informal edges, you can make formal edges. And of course, this entire thing is filtered with a massive wetland filter. Another Aquascape spear. Check this out, a little seating area to go along. Take off your flip-flops and walk right in. How incredibly cool is this? This is why this is my dream. And here is the latest, greatest water feature at Aqualand, which was created for Pondemonium, our biannual event. And this was the advanced build. And probably one of the coolest things about this is there's not a lot of water, but our goal was to try to balance out that side when you drive into Aqualand and be able to have another way to block the views and feel like you're driving through on a little tour, a winding tour through the Rockies. How incredible. Ed and Brian designed this, such a unique design. Hundreds of certified Aquascape contractors working on this, working on the waterfall building contest in the back. Just such a fun event. Pondemonium, every other year we host. And we are at the scene of Pondemonium, where we had the world's biggest waterfall and water building contest. Tell me which region you think won. And the largest team, 124 people from the Northeast. How about this unique creation from the guys from the Southeast? And the international guys from Mexico, Australia, the UK, Ghana, Norway, India. Incredible. How about this project from the guys from the West? And the boys from right where we're at, the Midwest. And we got Canada representing. And that's what it's all about, inspiring people to live the aquascape lifestyle. This is open to the public. Visitors could come here. Obviously, it looks the best in the summer, but hope you enjoyed this tour of my dream Aqualand. And if you're ever in the Chicagoland area, you are welcome to come and check it out. St. Charles, Illinois, the water garden capital of the world. I love my job.